Hi everybody, Angel Arts is back for another gay replay, Dragon Age Inquisition. As you can see, we've got a few changes with Andy since last you saw him. One of the more recent DLC, well not DLCs, patches that was dropped included the ability to thank the maker, change out of our pajamas, our gray pajamas, around Skyhold, and actually dress up in something a little bit more flattering. And I think Andy is a lot happier with his nice, rugged number here than he was with. It just wasn't very flattering. Trespasser had just dropped earlier this week. I already did a live stream on that, and so after after saying farewell to Art and pals, I was of course having withdrawal. And the best way, what best way to take care of, that empty gaping hole that I feel in my soul for Inquisition than to continue reliving vicariously through my second Inquisitor, Andy. So we are now going to jump into the next main story quest, which is a favorite for a lot of people. Wicked Hearts, Wicked Eyes, and Wicked Hearts. So I want to see how
We have to
things are going
reach
to
the Empress
fare
before
this time.
Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
Now this is more like it. So unlike Art, who he's not really into all the hobnobby, hoity-toity parties and all that. And granted, Andy didn't really get brought up into that sort of environment, but he definitely admired it from afar. And so he's like, heck yeah, take me to some rich palace with parties, like with food and women and men. And he's like, yeah, I've signed me up. Like, I am going to take whatever perks I can get from this whole Inquisitor thing. So this unlike Art, like, I think that Andy is genuinely excited to go to this ball in the palace. He's not going to say why not just send a warning, because he wants to do this. He wants to go into this. Tell me about this Celine
Tell me
Empress
everything
chick.
we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
Ah, there's the rub.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only, she has organized the elves of Halam Sharal into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war.
Right.
That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Ooh, Celine had a lover, and he's like, now this is getting juicy. Spill, Liliana, spill.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress.
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briala could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
But of course. Tell me about this Gaspard guy.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds who hold authority over title disputes. She became Empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a Chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Gotcha.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most Chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The Chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
You've given me plenty to think about.
With Gaspard and Celine's armies entrenched, we cannot openly march troops to the palace.
My agents will ensure your soldiers get inside. But it must be a few at a time to avoid attention.
Understood. Just give the word, and we'll begin.
Nice. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We already know about this. So, the last time I did this with art, several of you guys gave some recommendations on who I should bring next time, as in this time, to the Halam Sharal ball. And I definitely have taken your advice into consideration, because some of you are saying you should, next time we should try to bring some people who may not necessarily fit in with the nobles over at this, again, hoity-toity party. And I think that with the Andy playthrough, it makes perfect sense for him to like say, woohoo, let's have some fun, everybody, let's party. So he's gonna bring definitely his pal, I think they're BFFs now, unlike Art was, his BFF Sarah. Oh gosh, I can't wait to see how Sarah is at this party. Of course he's going to bring his boyfriend, who also I'm sure is going to appreciate the festivities here at this party. And then for the last one, well, I mean, Varric of course is fun, but that gives us 3 rogues. And, I kind of don't want to do that. But I heard that Solus, I think just because it would be, Andy thinks it would be amusing to bring Solus to the party, he's going to bring Solus as well. So that is going to be my party, which actually works out pretty well because we have 2 rogues, a warrior, and a mage. Let's see how the ball goes with this band of merry misfits. Woohoo! I'm looking forward to it.
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
I wish I could change my outfit here.
So, you're Inquisitor Kadash. From the stories I heard, you are hewn from solid steel and carried 1,000 daggers. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
So I think that with Andy, unlike Art, I think Andy is a little bit more savvy when it comes to playing the game. I think he might know how to navigate his way around this party a little better. So I'm going to try my best to play Andy in having a much more successful and less awkward time here at the party than Art. Although with Art, it was ridiculously entertaining seeing him floundering around at the party.
Exactly what would be required to get that Imperial support?
I am not a man
What's
who
the catch?
forgets his
What's the
friends,
cost?
Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you.
Andy
Prepared
understands
to
that.
shock the assembly by appearing as the guest of a hateful usurper, my lord? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
Andy would definitely not say I'm not here for a party. He definitely is here for a party.
I can't imagine that crowd has seen anything better than us in their entire lives.
I knew
That's
we would
something
get
Andy
along
would say.
famously, Inquisitor. As a friend, perhaps there is a matter you could undertake this evening.
Shoot.
This elven woman, Briala. I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations.
We can't
My
have that.
people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
Interesting.
If they're siding with the enemy, I'll put an end to it.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor? Don't be an idiot. How could the Herald of Andraste be a dwarf?
Maybe it's just a servant.
Your Legion nobility, a dwarf herald of Andraste, is ridiculous. The court's view of you is dim for the moment. 30.
Pardon me, dwarf. Have you seen a ring lying about anywhere? It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without it.
That's the first thing that he's gonna ask.
Is this ring particularly valuable?
Its worth in coin is not as important as its social value. It was a gift from a member of the Council of Heralds. If she finds out I lost it, she will never forgive me. Not even if I live to be 1,000 years old.
All right, lady. Interesting stratagem.
What's your game? Are you trying to convince the Comtesse that you treasure her gift? Or just gain importance by getting the Inquisitor to run a menial errand for you?
You just gain court approval, which is usually the result of finesse, entertaining people, or keeping up appearances. The higher court approval is better. I got a +5 for that. Nice.
Assure you, the ring truly is lost.
Nice.
I must find it or risk terrible repercussions.
Oh, we can't have
If you
that,
happen
can
upon
we?
it, I beg you, let me know.
We can't have that, can we?
Please.
Return the king to the noblewoman, or keep it and sell it later. I'll just keep it. I'll just give it to
Maker,
her.
what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
I found it.
Is this the ring you were looking for?
Court approval 5.
You are a treasure. I cannot believe you found it. You have saved me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough?
Nice! I'm at 40. I'm already far better at this than Art is. Woo! Go, Andy, and your mad social skills.
It was? I had no idea.
Haha. Keep smiling there, honey. Keep smiling. I'm gonna own this town, Andy's thinking. I am gonna own this town. Hala statue. Now, you don't get very many Hala statues. I think you get a total of 11. So you need to...
Gone. Elves. Always shirking their duties.
What I learned was there are not enough Hala statues to open every single Hala statue door. So you have to be very particular about which Hala statues, which door you decide unlock Eastern Storage Room. Yeah, that's okay. You have to be very particular about which doors you will end up opening, even if you do manage to find all
Where
of
has that servant gone?
all of them.
Elves. Always shirking. Where has that
Guy.
servant gone?
Oh, that's this quest, which I don't want to. I don't want to. That's one of the doors that I think is not that great, so I'm not going to open that one. I'm saving this for something more important. Oh yes, that door. Let's go head inside, shall we? That's right, Andy.
A moment, if you please. I must
Okay.
warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death.
I
It
got
is no
this.
simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
Nice. I'm not afraid of them.
I'm not intimidated by stuffy Orlesian nobles.
These people burn cities as a diversionary tactic and assassinate one another as a feint. The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death.
I
You
like
must
Wicked
never
Grace.
reveal your cards.
It's
When you
what
meet the
Andy's
Empress,
thinking.
The eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer in the Fade with the Fear Demon.
Let them watch. Andy kind of likes being the center of attention. Warn the others as well. That's a cheery thought. Let's get this over with, then.
Let's go in. We're keeping everyone waiting.
Everything will be fine.
Andy's not
Rasti watch over us all.
Andy's not nervous. Andy's very confident. For better or for worse. He's confident. Oh, they're announcing us. Nice.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lord Inquisitor Kadash.
He's so handsome, Andy. You're so handsome. And there she is. The woman of the hour.
Shepherd and leash of the Wayward Order of Templars, purger of the heretics from the ranks of the faithful.
He is so full of it. That's not how it went.
Champion of the Blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
There's Sarah,
Accompanying the
Maribel, and
Inquisitor,
Solus.
the Iron Bull,
Nice.
leader of the famed mercenary company Bull's Chargers. As the name might imply, the Lord Inquisitor's elven servant, Solus.
Really?
Her ladyship, my bulls each, of course.
Good one, Sarah, good one.
Conley, command of the forces of the Inquisition, former
Nice.
Knight Commander of Kirkwall, Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and left hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of
I'll walk
Antira
with
City,
Josie.
Ambassador of the Inquisition.
That was cute. My balls itch, of course. Oh, beautiful Sarah. I did not expect anything less from you. Your Majesty, I have arrived. Please, please, no pictures. No pictures yet.
Cousin, my dear sister,
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lord Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
Turn up the charm, Andy, turn up the charm. Ah, well, the weather may turn foul.
Let's hope the breeze does not herald an oncoming storm.
Even the wisest mistake fair winds for foul. We are at the mercy of the skies, Inquisitor. How
That's
do you
true.
find Halam Shiral?
Call off the ball.
I have no words to suffice. Halam Shiral has many beauties, and I couldn't do them justice.
Smooth,
He
Andy.
does you credit, and
So
speaks well
smooth.
for the Inquisition. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Of course, my fellow redhead. Us gingers have to stick together, you know?
Tell me,
Oh, it's Yvette.
Do they want for anything?
Papa's perfectly happy in the studio. Mother is the same as always.
Meaning she's after you to do more work.
You always take her side.
I don't take her side. I happen to think, as she does, you might attend to more of the estate's duties. Also, do stop slouching.
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this him?
I'm so adorable, aren't I?
Please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
A pleasure. Yeah, Andy's gonna be smooth. Andy's gonna be super smooth.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything.
Oh.
Is it true you found the Red Templars sacrificing heretics and drinking blood from mages' veins?
Yvette?
Everyone in Antiva City is saying so. Is it true?
Every bit of it, Andy says with a smile, and he looks straight at her in the eye while saying that.
Oh, it was awful. Mage bones everywhere. Practically a carpet of skulls over a river of blood.
Oh, Andy!
Ow, awful.
I love you, Andy. Josephine just loving this. Nice. Tell me about yourself, my dear.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
And I must wait for your tutor's bills.
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of you.
The dancing is so dull, Your Worship. But the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
I'm gonna have to take a look at that.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Chaotic is more Andy's style, Josephine. I hate to say it, chaotic is more his style.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
As she told you about when she was 10 and...
Yvette, stop.
Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
No.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
You're no fun, Josie.
The doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
Of course. Of course, Josie.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
See you, ladies.
The band is still waiting for their refreshments.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are.
The Templars have returned to the faith.
We can hope this is a sign of things to come.
Alright, let's...
Doing in the
Oh, there's Sarah.
It's a wasteland.
Oh, hey, my BFF.
Crotchwell beats his squire. He's a she. As a bastard. Extra toes. What a fun, close marrying crowd.
Making any new friends?
Not likely. I'm watching them watch you. They're all glances and titters. Not sure if they're allowed to like you yet. Pathetic.
Any hidden treasures from friends of your little network?
You mean, do any of the servants ferrying tarts between these windy tits hate them enough to give up a stash or two?
Yeah.
I'm not saying yes, but wait, yes I am.
I figured.
There's some good stuff hidden around. Keep an eye out.
I shall.
Any thoughts on who we're investigating?
The Empress is pretty. It'd be fun to drink and kill stuff with Gaspard. Briala is friggin' funny. Elves, elves, elves. But it's really a pissing match with an old lover. Don't know the rest, but that explains a lot. They're all lying, but Celine's nice to look at. Good thing we're here to save her neck.
You've got a lot of insight, Sarah. I appreciate it.
Back soon.
Not going anywhere.
But I know you want to. Oh, look at that! 45 court approved. We're almost halfway to perfect. Oh, art, 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 art. Alright, let's continue and see if there's anyone else. The vestibule. Well, we don't want to do that just yet. There's still...
The war will end tonight. The Empress says.
Well, we're gonna definitely try. The Dowager.
Was the love of my life. Remember my husband? Poor darling. Killed in the war with Ferelden. Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
Perhaps we can.
Are you married, Commander?
I'm married to my work.
Still single, then?
And this is the point where Andy goes up to Cullen and he's like, "Hey, honey," and like gives him a hug from behind, just to give Cullen, just to see what Cullen's reaction would be. That's exactly what Andy would do. He'd be like, "Hi, honey, can I get you a drink? Who are these people you're talking with?" Oh gosh.
Inquisitor, did you need something? The
Oh
sooner
my
we track
gosh.
down this infiltrator, the better.
You have admirers, I see. Back off, ladies, he's mine. It's what Andy's gonna say. Jokingly, I mean, of course he's staying true to Iron Bull. He just likes, he knows that Cullen is straight, and Andy just loves giving him a hard time, I think.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know. They won't leave me alone.